Hello and welcome to Herald TV News at 3 with me, Shalin. The Pramod Sawant cabinet was expanded on Saturday. Sudhin Davlikar of the MGP, Nilkantha Lankar and Subhash Desai of the BJP took the oath of office and secrecy in that order. All took the oath in Marathi. With this swearing in, Ponda Taluka has 4 ministers. 3 ministers from Movin Gudino, Govind Gowde and Ravi Naik boycotted the swearing-in ceremony. Nilkantha Lankar represents Bardes and Subhash Desai will represent the largest taluka, Sange. For the first time in Goa's post-statehood history, Salse does not have a representation in the cabinet.
MGP's Ramakrishna Sudhin Davlikar and BJP's Nilkantha Lankar and Subhash Desai took oath as ministers. All 3 ministers took the oath in Marathi. Ponda Taluka now has 4 ministers.
आज म्हाका खूब आनंद जाता हो शपथविधी म्हज्या लायफांतलो एक बरो शपथविधी कारण हे जे काम आसा स्पेशली दरबार हॉल त्या दरबार हॉलांतलो पयलो शपथविधी त्या खातीर मन पसून खूश जाता कारण हो दरबार हॉल जावचो म्हणून माननीय माजी गव्हर्नर आज आमच्यात ना मॅडम मृदुला सिन्हा तिणें सुरवात केली आनी ताची मुहूर्त वेळ हांव तेन्ना पब्लीक वर्क्स डिपार्टमेंटाचो मंत्री म्हणून काम करतालो तेन्ना केल्ली आनी आज अभिमानान पयलो शपथविधी ह्या सभागृहांत म्हजो जालो त्या बद्दल हे जे देणें आसा देवाचें तें हांव देणें देवाचें अशें म्हणटा आमच्या भारतीय जनता पक्षाच्या श्रेष्ठींनी तें दिल्लें आसा त्या खातीर तांचे मन पसून आभार मानता अभिनंदन करता आनी जे खाती म्हाका मेळटली ताका योग्य न्याय दिवपाची गरज आसा ती लोकांची गरज हांव पूर्ण करता.
टेक्निशियन म्हणजे डॉक्टर प्रमोद सावंता सारको एक धडाडीचो डायनेमीक चीफ मिनिस्टर आसा आनी तांच्या कार्यकाळा भितर सांगेचो डेव्हलपमेंट जातलो सांगेचोच न्हय तर संपूर्ण गोंयचो प्रदेशाचो डेव्हलपमेंट हो निश्चितपणान जातलो आनी तांचे हात बळकट करपा खातीर म्हजे सारके जे कार्यकर्ते आसा त्या कार्यकर्त्यांक तांणी पिकअप करून एक मुख्यमंत्री एक मंत्रीपदाची जबाबदारी दिल्ली आसा म्हणून मुख्यमंत्र्या बरोबर तांच्या मार्गदर्शना खाली काम करता आसतना सांगेच्या बरोबरच इतर आमच्या गोंय प्रदेशाचे कल्याण करपा खातीर आणि अंत्योदय तत्वाचेर मुख्यमंत्री सदांच म्हणटात की आमच्या ह्या प्रदेशांतलो शेवटचो जो मनीस आसा जो अजून पर्यंत ताजे कडेन सरकारी योजना पावल्यो नात तांचे पर्यंत पावपाचो प्रयास हो आमचो आसा.
डेप्युटी स्पीकर
ना पक्षाचें एक प्रयोजन आसता सरकाराचें एक प्रयोजन आसता की आमकां कोण मनीस खंय जावपाक जाय सुरवातेच्या काळान भितर एखादे वेळ म्हाका डेप्युटी स्पीकर पद दिल्लें आसा ताच्या बरें म्हाका जर काम करपाची संदी म्हाका जर म्हजे जर एबिलिटीज दुसरे वटच्यान आसात ती स्कील वापरपाची ती कार्यक्षमता वापरपाची आनी खंयचे तरी डिपार्टमेंट बरे तरेन चलोवपाची जबाबदारी एखादे म्हजे बरोबर येवपाची.
आमदार जाल्या कारणान मंत्री जाल्या उपरांत मॅक्झिमम लोकांक जाय तें काम करपाक आनी तें काम आमी करतात.
गेल्या फावटी तुमी आसले तर ह्या फावटी तुमकां मंत्रीपद मेळ्ळां तर तुमचे कितें मुद्दे
हांव जवळ जवळ 30-35 वर्सां समाजकार्य ना मुद्दो कांय ना मुद्दो सकाळीं उठून सांज पासून लोकां खातीर काम करप लोकांक जाय तें काम करपाचें दिवपाक जाय तोच मुद्दो आनी कांय ना.
Environmentalist Claude Alvarez has alleged that for the last 8 years, illegal mining is taking place under the garb of e-auctions. He charged the former leaseholders who no longer own any leases are given permission by the Directorate of Mines to transport ore. The Supreme Court has called for a clean slate, otherwise we cannot restart legal mining, he said. The Excise Department has an official in every department to monitor. Environmentalist Claude Alvarez has alleged that for the last 8 years, illegal mining is taking place under the garb of e-auctions. He charged that former leaseholders who no longer own any leases are given permission by the Directorate of Mines to transport ore. The Supreme Court has called for a clean state, otherwise cannot restart legal mining, he said. The Excise Department has an official in every department to monitor, but the Mines Department does not have an official at a single mining site. Claude said on Herald TV's program Point Counterpoint, which you can watch on Herald TV and YouTube.
Claude Alvarez alleges illegal mining is taking place under the grab of e-auctions. Former leaseholders who no longer own leases are transporting ore. Supreme Court has called for a clean slate, otherwise we cannot restart legal mining, says Claude.
The government has spoken about restarting mining. I'll just pause there because you can take it from there.
Well, you can't take anything that the government of Goa says with a straight face, because what has already restarted is not legal mining but illegal mining. So it's a very worrisome state of affairs that when you say we are going to resume mining, the first thing you resume is illegal mining. And what has happened in Pisurle and what has happened in Mahe and what is happening also in South Goa on several leases is former leaseholders who no longer have any stakes anymore, who don't own a lease at all,
Right.
being given permission by the director of mines
Right.
to transport ore from this place to that place under the garb of e-auctions.
Right.
These e-auctions were initiated in 2014,
Right.
pursuant to the Goa Foundation judgment of the Supreme Court. But they are going on mysteriously for the last 8 years. And they will go on for the next 50 years, according to us, because whenever they want to find some excuse to transport some ore, they will say that is e-auctioned ore. There is a Supreme Court order, you cannot stop it. And the police will come out and protect the people who are transporting the ore. And it will continue. And whichever director comes, whichever secretary comes, whichever minister comes, this will continue. So this is, how do we stop this is an issue, because unless this stops, unless what the Supreme Court said, we have a clean slate, we cannot really think in terms of restart of mining. It's not possible. Even if you take just a staff,
You're right.
the excise department has got an official planted in every factory producing liquor in the state of Goa.
Right.
But mines department, which has got a turnover of several thousands of crores, they don't have a single officer at any mine site or at any transportation site, and they expect that these miners who have been involved in illegal mining for several years, that they are gentlemen, that they will do things properly, that they will fill their trucks up with legal ore, and that they will say that this ore is 63% and not 58%, or 52%, or even mud. Nobody knows what is happening in the area.
I was pounded with blows and beaten up at Valpoi police station. Who will give me justice? Asked Hanumant Parab. Hanumant Parab speaks his heart out on Herald TV's program Point Counterpoint. Will the farmer activist get justice? Bloodstains of Hanumant Parab from the Valpoi police station are clean. But what about the complaint he lodged against the Valpoi PI and DYSP, Ikoskar? Hanumant Parab was brutally assaulted by Valpoi police, but till date no inquiry has been started nor any FIR filed against the guilty police officers.
For the benefit of the viewers, I'd like to once again remind you that he was essentially leading local protests there against the transportation of ore in Pisurle. And on the 10th of April, if I'm not mistaken. No, 10th you started your agitation.
Yeah, 10th
but I
of
think
March.
on the 11th of March, you were suddenly the police accosted him and dragged him to the police station, and he says, and he's on record, and there is enough evidence gathered from people, that he was literally beaten up mercilessly by the PSI and as well as the DYSP present there. And he was beaten up inside the police station, in the premises of the police station, in the room of the PI. Okay, and of course he got a lot of blows. What is shocking is that post that, when when the agitation of course took a very strong turn, and media organizations like us and others, we took up the whole issue. Now when the heat was generated by us and them, the police ordered an inquiry headed by the North Goa SP. But it seems that since then and now, even the FIR has not been registered. The inquiry officer has not taken statements of any of the victims of that particular assault, and it's going to be a month since that's going to happen. If you can just take us through that fateful day, and then we'll open this up to others.
First day, we all farmers seated there and waiting for officer, because what happened, deputy collector phoned me and he's told that we'll have joint meeting and we'll solve your issue.
Yes.
But first day no one has come. Second day when we are sitting, same day when first day when we came to know that I checked this from which mine they are coming. I stopped one truck and asked for the truck shift. On that I found that this number 95 by 52 what you said, and that name is Marsado that come. So that were our cashew plantation, Comunidad land. I am one of the Mahajans, so I know that from there no mining is there. So how they can brought this ore? So. Then I phoned to director of mines. I personally talked with the director on telephone and evening, and I told him, sir, please send your team to Pisulem. I am on the issue. They suspect that they are just taking the ore, and how you can have you given permission blindly? So what happened? No, our officer will come, like he speak. And next day, the director of mines people we were waiting for them next day morning.
Okay.
That time they have not come. Then suddenly PI came with the bus and all. And
so the director of mines coming, you got the police to come to you.
Yeah, police came next day with the bus and people, and came and he told that now deputy collector is coming. So I told, yes, very good, let the deputy collector come. We'll have discussion on this, and we are waiting for also this director of mines also. We do. Then in 2 minutes, he is telling now Mamledar is coming, who PI that Projot's PI. And within 2 minutes, next, he told, ना दरा सगळ्यांक म्हणपाक लागलो आतां आनी कांय ना, तो लायट ट्रॅक्टर घडला. सो म्हटलें हें कितें सर तुमी सांगता, आतां तूं सांगता डेप्युटी कलेक्टर येता, रोखडोच म्हणटा तूं मामलेदार येता आनी तांकां सांगता बाकीच्यांक धरा म्हणटा. हांवें म्हटलें हें कितें, आमचे लोक सगळे तयार असले, धरता जाल्यार सगळ्यांक धरा. आमची 22 बायलां असली आनी 30 जण सगळे आमी फार्मर दादले, ऑलमोस्ट 52 पीपल वेर देर, आनी आमी थंय सगळे पिसफूल बसलेले. आदले दिसा बसले. नेक्स्ट डे
Let's cut to that incident at the police station where you were beaten up. If we can just focus on that now.
Yeah, okay. Then they took us. We were expecting, so took us. They took me first because we have given slogan and we sit on the that floor. That was not a road, tar road. It was a private and lease comes underly. So PI took me first and he pulled me and took me in the bus. And then some people, then our women's rush, they came because women police were there, but they doesn't took anyone.
Then they pushed you into the room of the PI.
Yeah, they took, no, we went, we were in the bus only. Okay. We told them, unless you bring all women, all people, we will not get down from the bus. So we were half an hour, we were in the bus.
Right.
So what, before that DYSP, I saw a DYSP in the police station. Before bus reached, he was already in the police station. And he told you take bus in the nearby police. So diverted route and took police. And then the PI came. I was sitting in the 4th seat of the bus. So PI came and pushed me, take me to the custody. He's officer. He can order to the any constable or any havaldar, "Are teka macha hada म्हणून." He doesn't do that. He personally came. So this shows it is a conspiracy in advance they have made with the PI and DYSP.
Tell us about the assault on you.
Yeah, then they took me. Then he first put me in the behind the bar. Then I went in the toilet to pass urine because 1.5 or 2 hours we were asking for water with them. All over 70 years, 65 years farmers asking water. They have not produced the water because they have to give water to drink when they brought, and we were in the.
Then they pulled you out into the room.
Yeah, room. Then I told that guard was there. They have taken all our issues, their cards and all the keys. And guard, I told him, give me phone. I have to inform my wife that we have been arrested. All. So I took my phone again. Then he directly came, DYSP, and then he hit me here.
What's his name?
That Sagar Ekoskar, DYSP. He directly hit me and given bad words. Gari marpak laglo ani and baila. Sir, gari maru naka. Then he took me like this and pushed me and marpak samko. एकदम मागीर हांवें म्हटलें सर बेश्टे कारणा शिवाय मारूं नाका. वॉट वी हॅव डन, तुमकां जर अरेस्ट करपाचें आहा, यू अरेस्ट. नो, यू हॅव ब्रॉट, यू मेक अ रजिस्टर.
Did the PI also hit you?
Yeah, afterwards then he tell PI tene order dili you poeta kira mara te kam, then they put me down with the foot and all. They started beating everywhere with danda, you can see here everywhere they beat it. Then their constable 2-3 people, because I can't see their face, only 2 people.
So how long did this beating continue?
More than 25 minutes.
And there were bruises all over. Did
Yeah.
they take you for a medical examination after?
No. I was in there only for more than
So
2
no medical
years.
examination also.
That time not taken. Afterwards, because bleeding was there for more than 1 year here, I was telling them, you take me to hospital. What there after 2:30, and this incident took
So
place.
on the 11th of March, you filed the FIR, your complaint.
No. I filed complaint later on.
But still now the FIR has not been registered.
Yeah, we have. It is not registered. No inquiry is going on. Nothing has.
Okay,
gone.
I'll just.
The opposition councillors have alleged that Mayor Rohit Monserrat is being misguided even on the annual budget. They mocked at the fact that the CCP presented a surplus budget, but the surplus was only Rs 10,000. The budget estimates for the financial year 2022-2023 is Rs 101 crore. Mayor Rohit Monserrat said. Mayor said the tracking of trucks, checking of mileage and market issue, national theatre and other issues would be taken up. He also assured to up the dues recovery, which is presently at Rs 12 crores. There is also a proposal to increase the remuneration of councillors from Rs 10,000 to Rs 25,000.
The budget estimates for the financial year 2022-2023 is Rs 101 crore. Mayor assures to up the dues recovery at least to Rs 15 crore. Proposal to increase councillors' remuneration from Rs 10,000 to Rs 25,000.
In the budget, everyone brought up a lot of issues that I feel also that need to be corrected. There were certain budget heads that didn't meet standards or it was not done correctly. So in the next coming days, we will rectify all of the issues that we have in the budget. We will ensure that everything is done.
The budget is not passed.
The budget is passed, but we will make rectifications to the budget. All the issues.
What are the rectifications we will be doing it? So the budget is passed.
Budget is passed.
How much is the budget?
I have given officially in writing to the mayor, commissioner and copy to the media. So they will go through it and see that whatever I have discussed, whether it's true, right or practical, based on that they'll implement it.
We showed 101 crores as the estimate, including receivables, what we're supposed to get from 101, what we're supposed to get from dues and everything also. So that is the custom for any budget also. So now this year we'll start working. See, we've already recovered 12 crores now in dues out of 35 crores. So this year now we will try to do much better than that. So if it's 12, then we'll try for 15 or 20 crores this year also. So these are based on that.
Is there deficit shown or what is it?
No, it's a surplus budget.
Surplus budget.
जेही कोण इंचार्ज आहा पळय तो पेट्रोल पंपार जेन्ना तो समज एका 50 लिटर घालूंक जाय 50 लिटर घालतकच तो तेन्ना सायन मारता तेन्ना तो वेरी तो रिस्पॉन्सिबल आसता हांगा एक सुपरवायझर रिस्पॉन्सिबल तो आमी ऑब्जेक्शन हाडला मागीर कॅसिनोक आमी गेल्या वर्सा रेट वाडयल्लो रिकवरी जाल्या बरी रिकवरी जाल्या कॅसिनोची कित्याक आमी आनीक कोणाक रेट वाडोवंक ना आमी कोणाक बारीक लोकांक आनी खंय पिंच आमी काडूंक ना कित्याक कोविडा टायमार पासून आमी आनी खंय हावस्टेज वाडोवंक ना कांय ना कॅसिनो एकूच एक अशें आसा की जो बरो फूल फ्लेज चलता आनी थंय खंय तरी आमी वाडोवंक मेळटा एक रिकवरी बरी जाल्या आनी जो हेजो हें आसा 1 कोटी कितें तरी तेंच्यान 1 कोटी 11 1 कोटी 2 लाख 1 कोटी 2 लाख तेंच्यान झाला की कॅसिनोची हाडून बरी केल्या रिकवरी 1 कोटी हावस्टेक्साची रिकवरी आसा मागीर सायनबोर्ड हे आतां एडवर्टायज पणजेन व्हडले बोर्ड मारल्या पळय आतां ते एग्री जाले की विदावट एप्रुवल म्हणून मार्केटान केदो व्हडलो बोर्ड केदो व्हडलो जागो हाडून बोर्ड लायल्या वेस्को टूर्स आहा थंय बोर्ड लायल्या आनी फेरीबोटी कडेन एक व्हडली गाडी दवरल्या हे सायन बोर्डाचे आमकां पयशे येवंक जाय ते टेंडर जावंक जाय कायद्यान.
While the state is trying to put an end to masks, pulmonologist and former IMA state president Dr. Anil Mendirata on Thursday said it was too early for Goa to go mask free. With COVID still lingering around, Dr. Mendiratha has advised people to wear a mask at least 6 months or until Goa has zero COVID cases. Dr. Mendiratha pointed out that TB and asthma cases in the state are reduced with the usage of masks. He said with the influx of tourists in the state, it is advisable to continue wearing masks.
Former IMA State President Dr. Anil Mehendiratha said it was too early for Goa to go mask-free. Dr. Mehendiratha advised people to wear a mask for at least 6 months or until Goa has zero COVID-19 cases. TB and asthma cases in the state have been reduced with the usage of masks, he added.
I think so it will be a bit too early to call ourselves COVID free. We don't know how the scenario might be. We have used masks for 2 years. I think so some more time we should persist wearing masks. That's my personal decision. It's finally up to the government to decide whether we should go mask free or not mask. Because now with the government adopting the policy that no RT-PCR needed with the people who are double vaccinated, the agreement signed between certain countries that you don't need a test on arrival. So what is going to make a big difference is the mask. So I would personally advise the mask should be there, at least for the people who are coming in the flights and here also, at least for some more time, maybe for another 6 months, definitely till we continue to have zero cases throughout India. In fact, Goa is doing wonderfully well. We are getting 2 to 4 cases, even some days have gone with 0 cases. So if both of us are wearing masks, we don't get the disease at all. Even one of us has got the infection with us. So the advantage is always there. Another thing which we have seen now with the mask, the incidence of tuberculosis also has been reduced drastically, at least in the state of Goa. Also, the people who are getting exposed to dust and getting attacks of bronchial asthma has been reduced after wearing masks. So there are certain advantages. One should not just get rid of the mask just because people are saying that okay, now COVID is over. COVID is not over. COVID is going to stay for some time.
Added. Kiran Borkar for Herald TV.
The forest officials successfully rescued a leopard from a well on Saturday morning in Kudnesporium. The wildcat was suspected to be roaming in the village late night to prey on cattle. One calf was attacked by the leopard but escaped from its clutches. It was in the morning that the villagers found the leopard who had fallen in the well and called for forest department to rescue it.
Officials successfully rescued a leopard on Saturday morning from a well in Kudneporiye. The wildcat was suspected to be roaming free late night, having caught the smell of cattle. It is assumed that the leopard ran away and slipped into the well.
राती केन्ना हो वाघ आमचो हांगाच खंय तरी भोंवतालो तो सो त्या वासरांच्या वासाक येयलो राती वासराक धरलें तेणी ह्या वासरू आमचे डॅमेज जाल्लें आसा आनी तेन्ना आमची दुसरी गाय आसली सुटलेली आसली सो ती तेंच्या तेच्या आंगा म्हणजे अशें मे बी तेंच्या भितर कितें हें जालें आसलें तेन्ना तो धांवला आनी तो बायन पडलो रातची केन्ना गजाल सकाळी जेन्ना आमी उठून पळय आमच्या बांयाचेर आमी जाळी घेतलेली जाळी घातली ती जाळी अशी बायन पडल्या अशी पळोवंक वता भितून हो व्हडलोसो वाघ आसलो आनी आतां जालें वरभर जालें आतां रेस्क्यू करून आतां तेंच्यांनी फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटान व्हेला.
Sachin Gavas for Herald TV.
The Supreme Court, in its 219-page order, has accepted the Central Empowered Committee's recommendation and stated that the Goa-Tamnar 440 kV power line should be set up along the alignment of the existing power line so that fresh forest areas are not disturbed. The existing 110 kV and 220 kV line corridor has no trees, and therefore this alignment will need no further trees to be felled. Goans across the state have welcomed this decision and spoke their heart out. Watch.
People's power prevails. Supreme Court says no fresh forest areas to be used in Mole for Tamnar power project. Goans speak their heart and welcomes this decision. Today's news that the Supreme Court has accepted the recommendation of the CEC that no fresh forest areas are to be disturbed for the Tamnar 444 kV power transmission line will be added to resolve to safeguard the most eco-sensitive areas of the Western Ghats and beyond the valleys. We at Going to Equate salute our learned judges and petitioner Dr. Cloud Alvarez and his dedicated team at Go Foundation, and we now look forward for the favorable verdict against most destructive double tracking and National Highway 4A by the highest court in the land. The certainty is a silver innings on the otherwise glooming horizon. This is said by Orwell Dorado Rodriguez, the founder member of Going to Equate.
Well, we are extremely delighted with the order because it sets aside the proposal to put high tension line through a new portion of the Mole Wildlife Sanctuary. We had pleaded with the Central Empowered Commission not to allow that. If they have to take the lines through the wildlife sanctuary, let them take it through the place which is already damaged. That is the alignment where the 220 kV line is going presently.
Correct.
And we'll replace that. And it will be an improvement on the wildlife sanctuary because then the wires of a 400 kV HTL are above the canopy of the forest, whereas the 220 line is below the canopy. So what happens is the trees grow very fast and they all cause all types of different types of short circuits, and every time there is power shutdown because of this problem. So we said that once the lines go above the forest, 400 kV line, then there will be no disturbance to the forest. Forest will join again. Animals will be very happy because they can move up and down again, and that will improve. That is the only way you can do some development in the wildlife sanctuary, if it improves the wildlife sanctuary habitat. So the CEC came, they said yes, we will not allow you to cut down virgin forest area. You go back to the old alignment and you work from there. Whether there is a delay, whether you have to get a new permission or not, that is not our concern. But we are going to recommend to the Supreme Court that you come out with a new alignment, go back to the old alignment. So as a result of it, yesterday in the Supreme Court there was a good discussion, and the Supreme Court has accepted the opinion of the CEC and said that yes, you will not damage Mole Wildlife Sanctuary, and you will take the lines to where the existing lines are and replace those lines. And we believe by replacing those lines, you will improve the habitat of the wildlife sanctuary.
आम्ही लोकांकडे मागतात की सगळे लोकांनी आयजूच भायर सरूंक जाय आनी वेळ उरूंक ना. ही लास्ट आमची ऑपॉर्च्युनिटी. आमचे गोंय आनी भुरग्यांचो फुडार सांबाळपाक सगळ्यांनी भायर सरूंक जाय आनी सांगूंक जाय हे तिनी लिनियर प्रोजेक्ट नाका आमकां. कोळसो आनी तुमचे ते ट्रान्समिशन लायन ते खंयचेय प्रोजेक्ट नाका. आमच्या घराचेर सोलर पावर दिवन आमकां फ्री इलेक्ट्रिसिटी दियात आनी आमचे गोंय आमी राखतले. तुम्ही डिस्ट्रॉय करपाक तुमकां कांयच अधिकार ना.
तुम्ही आता पेटिशनिंग घालतले म्हणल्यार तुमच्या सायडीन केन्ना घालतले?
आमगे ऑलरेडी सुप्रीम कोर्टान एप्लिकेशन ऑलरेडी पावला. ओके.
सो डबल ट्रॅकिंगाचे हा ते तुम्ही बनवू.
डबल ट्रॅकिंगाचे ऑलरेडी CECन रेकमेंड केला रिजेक्ट करपाक, पूण लोकांची 2 पेटिशनां हांगा हायकोर्टान ऑलरेडी आसात ऑन द डबल ट्रॅकिंग. प्लस CECचो रिपोर्ट आतां सुप्रीम कोर्टा मुखार आसा. सो डबल ट्रॅकिंग एक्चुली प्रोजेक्ट इज एज गूड एज स्क्रॅप. पूण तरी आसतना फोर्सान हे करून कशे भशेन करपाक सोदता हाजे फाटल्यान क्लियर कळून येता की फक्त 2-3 प्रायवेट कॉर्पोरेशनां खातीर हें.
We are happy that finally the Supreme Court has taken up these cases. The CEC has also recommended that the double tracking project of the South Western Railway be scrapped because it is not feasible through the Mole forest, as the Save Mole campaign has been shouting on the streets. People have been coming on the streets, and this has taught us that when people come together to ask for something that is genuine, Supreme Court is with us. Thank you, Supreme Court. Thank you, CEC. Thank you, Goa Foundation, for taking up our case to the highest level.
आम्ही जे झूज मारलेले against the 3 linear projects, the double tracking of railways, the expansion of national highways, the 400 kV transmission line, हांचेर सुप्रीम कोर्टान एक 3-member CEC अपॉइंट केल्ली, सेंट्रल एम्पावर्ड कमिटी. The last January 2021 हांगा गोंया आयिल्ली. They met all the stakeholders, different organizations, affected parties, आणि ताणें आपणाचो रिपोर्ट मांडलो आनी सुप्रीम कोर्टान सबमीट केलो.
It is Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thanks for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.